Today we are drawing hot air balloons, so let's draw. A huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for making this video possible. If you would like to join us, you totally can. Go to patreon.com/GoGoMockRocketCheap. And you can join us. A lot of cool things that we're doing over there. You can vote on comics. You get everything I make a week early than everybody else. And as well as a lot of exclusive downloads and stuff like that. Super fun. Go over there, patreon.com/GoGoMockRocketCheap. And a big thanks to Anna for making this one happen. Before we get to drawing the hot air balloons, let's take a look at the art you sent in. So for easy mode, what we're going to do is start pretty simply. We start with a circle, and then we put a little square underneath of it. And then above this little square, we're going to put a line like here. And then we're going to draw a line down to the corners like so. Okay, nice. Then what we're going to do is about halfway up this circle, like halfway in between, we're going to draw triangle, triangle, triangle. Draw a bunch of little downward facing triangles. Nice. Okay. Then we're going to draw from this point and this point to these two corners. We're going to draw some lines like that, and also a little rectangle here, and a line like that. And then I suppose there'd be a line like that too. Okay. Then we're going to draw a little half circle up here. And then we're going to take our eraser and erase this line right here. Nice. Then we're going to add a curve line that goes like this, hits here, comes like this, hits here, comes like that, another one right there, and another one right there. Okay. Then we're going to put a little lip on this basket, maybe some more triangles, and then we're going to do little squiggly lines, so it's like a wicker basket. And then I guess there's like the heater, and then the propane tank, and then all of that somehow attaches to the basket and attaches up there. All right, that's not looking half bad for a From Imagination hot air balloon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, oh, this one looks a little dead. This is my glorious little kit I have of all of the leftover art supplies from last art class that I instructed. So I'm just going to quickly take my marker and trace over my pencils. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then it's going to come up and around. There is your easy mode. Not from reference, totally from imagination. Hot air balloon. Okay, so for medium mode, what I want to try to do is do a digital painting of a sky filled with hot air balloons, and then I want to do it digitally. Then I'm going to try to replicate it to an extent using real paint in the hard mode. So, you know, when you are doing things digitally, there are some advantages, like the undo button, the ability to make a perfect gradient just with a tool like that. It took absolutely no effort to make that gradient at all. And then you can adjust stuff like the opacity after the fact. There we go. That's a nice little gradient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my pencils for a balloon over top. I'm just going to do one. I'm going to use every single digital cheat there is. So if I do a balloon, and they actually look to be a little more flat on the top, and they come down like so. Okay, the opening is bigger than I had initially thought as well. Looks like they all have a bit of a band like this, and then it kind of goes blip, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. There we go, shoot. My shoops. Which makes sense that, you know, it wouldn't be a perfect sphere, but it'd be rippled like that because that's all of the air kind of pushing against the seams, right? Then the basket is kind of like that. Maybe even down a little bit lower, a little rectangle. And then it looks like more like that. And this photo that I see is kind of far away. But it looks like they attach at the bottom of the balloon, which makes sense. I feel like in my version I had it connecting up here, but it doesn't actually. And then, okay, wear a basket like that. And then you can kind of see people, kind of. So we'll just add some of those people in there. And then there's the little mechanism. Okay, so I have my sketched out balloon here, but I want this to be filled with balloons. So what I'm going to do is put a bunch of them, and I will, so I'm just copying and pasting and transforming these around for my sketch layer. When I go to ink it, I will still ink them all individually because I'm going to decorate them a little differently. They're not all going to look the same. But for this pencil layer, I don't mind doing this because I'm going to be tracing over it anyway. Okay, maybe I'm just looking at my reference photo. It looks like there's maybe a really big one down here. It sort of covers up the bottom. Nice. Okay. And then maybe a few more little ones in the distance. This is the nice thing about digital art, is so many little ways to save some time. Now some people might be like, doesn't that take the fun out of it? Yes. No, it doesn't. We don't all have like a billion years to make things. And sometimes it's cool to be able to utilize a vision, or sorry, to, not utilize, what's the word? To see a vision through more efficiently. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, there are some serious advantages to drawing digitally, and this is one of them. Okay, so then I combine all those. Oopsies, I did one too many layer combinations. And then there we go. So I have my I have my paper layer, I have my sky gradient layer, and then I have my sketch layer. So now what I'm going to do is start a new layer, and I'm going to ink, but I don't know, I think I will ink, like straight up outline it with ink, and then I'll color them differently after. So that way, and I'm just thinking ahead from my medium mode to the hard mode when I do it on canvas. I think I want it to be really bold, and so having bold outlines I think is going to look good. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. that doesn't look too bad, right? Not bad as a starting point for my actual hard mode that I like to try to aspire to. You know, there's some nice things, as always, about drawing digitally. You can ink, you can copy and paste, and when you color, you can use the paint bucket tool, which is nice, but this is my favorite little touch. You can just do a layer of color, and then you set it to multiply, and then you bring the opacity down until it blends in nicely. And it just looks good. So drawing digitally, that's the medium mode. So fun. Let's go to the hard mode. Okay, so here is my hard mode painting. It has been a long time since I've painted acrylic paints. No, it's okay. It's a practice, let's put it that way. I haven't done it in a long time. The gradient looks okay. I like how bold the colors are, I'll say that. But, you know, I don't have the patience for acrylic painting. I'm not very good at it. I'm kind of like a drawing. I like drawing because you can go do it fast and move on to the next project. But anyway, an exercise in patience. Always good to push yourself.